Hey, this is going to be part two of this series that I'm doing this month regarding network marketing, our business. I want to help you understand that this is something that everybody can do. Not everybody will, not everybody will be successful, but everybody certainly can do. And Alka and I are very happy to be the top income earners in our company in this country right now. And we've also been around for a very long time. Overall, as I mentioned yesterday, some of 25, 24 years or so in this industry. So today's topic is going to be basically what is network marketing? You know, a lot of people don't know it. I talked about yesterday, man, that's one of those things I don't want to have anything to do with it. A lot of people got this conception. It's a pyramid scheme. Well, first of all, the government regulates this industry very closely, all right? So scratch that one right off the bat. If the government gets wind of a company that is operating as a pyramid, they shut that down real quick. And what's the difference? What is a pyramid? I just want to knock this out real quick so we can get over that hurdle, because if you're thinking that way, then you're ignorant of what this industry is. And that just means that you don't know and you don't understand, and no one's taken the time to explain it to you. So I want to do that for you right now. In a pyramid, what you're looking at, no goods or services necessarily are being passed. You bring someone in, they pay a lot of money, and then they tell you, if you bring other people in, then we're going to pay you back some of your money. That's a pyramid, and it's quick and dirty. In a true bona fide network marketing business, goods have to be sold in order to get paid. So in other words, you're not getting paid on people, you're getting paid on the amount of product that's being sold, just like any other business. Now, what separates network marketing, say, from a traditional business? You know, you got your storefront, right? And maybe you got a restaurant, maybe you got a boutique, maybe you got a spa or a massage place or a doctor's office, a barber shop, a salon, anything like that, all right? That's a business. All right, and we talked yesterday about that small business mindset, right, or the small business. What else comes with a small business we didn't touch on yesterday, right? You got a lot of overhead. Oops. Okay, you got overhead. In other words, before you've turned a dime of profit, if you're buying into a franchise, you got to pay for the franchise fees. And even if you're not buying a franchise and you're opening up a spot, you have to put out a lease or buy a building, right? A floor space in order to be as a method for people to come to be able to provide your service or product. You have insurance to cover that floor space. You have a whole bunch of legal things that need to be done with the government, so that's going to cost you money. You probably need insurance to cover your business, not just the building, but also your business. And then inventory. So maybe, you know, if you're doing a salon, you got to load up that, you know, with the chairs and the sinks and all the things that go and products, everything that goes along with owning a business. If it's a restaurant, you can imagine what it takes to get a restaurant going. So you're looking on the light side, maybe 10 grand to a couple $100,000 to get a small business. I'll just put this back up here. That cash flow quadrant we talked about yesterday. To get that small business going, you're talking a lot of money just to get it started, right? The upstart. And then on a monthly basis, you've got all this overhead that you've got to pay. You got employees, possible more than likely. You've got the floor space you're paying for. You got that insurance. That's ongoing, right? Then what about advertising and marketing materials? That costs money as well. So you got all this overhead before you even make $1, not necessarily a profit, just income coming in, right? So how do you normally get that started? With a loan. Some sort of business loan. So now you're in debt. And whether your business is successful or not, you're going to have to pay back that loan, right? So that's the risk, all right? All this, in my opinion, is risk. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't see the board myself. So all that is risk. All right? What else goes into owning a traditional business? You have headaches. We mentioned yesterday also about a bar, owning a bar. I mean, I really wanted to own a bar at one time, and Every bar owner I've ever talked to says don't do it because of the theft and trying to work with employees. You got employees not showing up for work, and you got other headaches, right? If you got 2 employees in your boutique and they both call out sick that day, or you have one on vacation, and so you have one running it, and then they call out sick, guess who's going to run the boutique? You've got to run in to be able to handle that. And so you got headaches. And I don't know how else to put it. You got a lot of stress. You got a lot of worries. Now, hopefully, your business is running super smooth, and your dream, your vision for that business, that small business, takes off like a rocket ship. And we pray for that for everybody. But if you look at the statistics are going to tell you a different story. And I didn't research this ahead of time, but you can do it. You know, how many businesses fail in their first year, 3 years, and 5 years? It will blow your mind. It is staggering. So one of the things that I love about network marketing is we're going to take all that risk that comes with owning a traditional business right here, and we're going to eliminate it completely. Because to get started in a bona fide network marketing company, a good network marketing company, which we are, and I highly encourage you to check us out. Send me a message, direct message me. If you are somebody that is looking right now for answers on how to beat inflation, how to live the life of your dreams, how to not have to worry about putting food on the table or gas in the car or pay for a college tuition or that first class vacation, I highly encourage you to reach out to me. All right, and let's have a conversation. Conversation is no risk. There is no penalty. There's no thing that can go wrong. You can't lose anything by having a conversation unless you don't have the conversation, and that conversation would have led you to all those things you're dreaming of. Saying no is easy, all right? Saying yes is even easier, in my opinion, right? As I said yesterday, when I first saw this opportunity, man, I jumped on it immediately. I didn't have to think about it. You know, Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, he says it several times throughout the book, that the successful are quick to a decision and slow to change it. And those that are less successful, and this is from his years of researching over 300 highly successful entrepreneurs, those that are slow to a decision will tend to be very quick to turn back, the unsuccessful, all right? Those that do not go out and achieve their dreams. So for me, this was a no-brainer. I saw that leverage like we talked about yesterday, and man, I went after it. So think about that for yourself. Are you a person that is quick to decision and slow to switch back or change it? Or are you slow to make a decision and then very quick to change back? All right, something to think about. So there's very little risk because we don't have all that overhead. In a good bona fide network marketing company, you can get started for very little amount of money. Now in our company, you can get started for as little as, well, it's $39.95, okay? $39.95. There is no risk in spending $40 to get started. What I would recommend though in our company is you get started with us, you know, at the very least with this, because there's no necessarily product here. Now, one of the things to understand about it, if you are getting with a bona fide network marketing company, is that you can get in with a membership, buy no product, and go all the way to the top of the chart with never purchasing a product. And with our company, you can absolutely do that. I will recommend not doing that, but I can tell you, with our company, we satisfy all the laws of the government to include this one. I know of companies out there right now that do not, all right? So, but ours, you can rest assured we are doing everything right, okay? So $89.95, what does that do? It gets you a couple products. They throw in this membership for free, so you're not even paying for that. So instead of spending $40, you spend $90. You get product that's worth more than the $90, all right? And at wholesale, the product in here is worth $100 wholesale. Retail, it's about $150. So you're already saving money. You got yourself a position in the business, and you are ready to go. So what is network marketing? Excuse me. What is network marketing? It's a low risk, no risk way to get started in a business, in a big business, that can end up paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis with basically no risk. Really? Well, why isn't everybody doing network marketing, right? Well, that's a good question. And why isn't everybody successful in network marketing? And the answer is it takes work. It's network marketing. It's not just pay your $90 and okay, now I'm going to get wealthy and rich. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there selling it that way. But I can tell you, I don't care what the company is, what the products are, there is going to be some work involved. Because as I said in the beginning, how do we get paid? The only way we get paid is as a product is moved. And if you're not moving product, then you're not making money. All right? And that's the difference between those that are really successful and those that aren't. So let's kind of go into what is network marketing. Network marketing is word of mouth advertising. We basically cut out the middleman. You know, like say you go to the grocery store or a retail store and you go to buy an article. How did that article or that product make it into that store that you're going to? Well, you got to reverse and go all the way back, right? Somebody had the idea to create it. They had to spend the money to create it. And then they have to find a company that's going to market it for them. And, or maybe it's the company themselves, right? And then they have to figure out all the marketing behind it, you know, the labeling and all that stuff. But then they have to somehow get it from the company to that store shelf. Now, you might have marketing people that's hired by the company to go out to the different stores and say, hey, we want to market this product on your store shelf, right? So they got to pay that employee. They got all these other employees they got to pay. Then they also have the third-party logistics of getting the product from the company to that store shelf, all right? So it doesn't go direct from the company to the end consumer. There's all these middlemen along the way, and guess what? Each one of those people have got to get paid. So that every time you do that, it rises the cost of the product so that by the time you're paying for it on the shelf, you're paying literally all these people in the process from the company to the end product on the store shelf. So what network marketing does is cut out the middleman. It goes from the company direct to the end consumer without any of those middlemen in between, or women, all right, not discriminating here. So it cuts out the middle people. There you go, all right? It goes direct. So it's direct shipping, all right, from the company to the end consumer. We're not paying marketing. We're not paying for TV ads. We're not paying other employees to get that onto the shelf. All of that is eliminated. So what that typically is allows the company, the network marketing company, to do is take all that money would go to paying out the middlemen, and they pay it directly to the end, to the member that's contracted with the company. So network marketing is direct shipping to the end consumer, and the advertising then becomes the word of mouth from members such as myself. That's it. It is very, very simple. We are just word of mouth advertising. Like if you go and eat at a good restaurant and you tell your best friend or you tell some friends or you're sitting around at a party and go, oh man, you need to check out Uncle Bob's over here. He's got the best barbecue in town. Chances are somebody's probably going to go check out Uncle Bob's, right? That's how this works. And what we have with our company is a product that absolutely is changing tens of thousands of people's lives while also helping those members that are doing the word of mouth advertising to get paid and get paid very, very handsomely. So when you reference that restaurant or a book or a movie or something along those lines, you're not getting any royalties off of that. But here you do. And now and there's all different kinds. There's tens of thousands of network marketing companies out there. There's all kinds of great ones. There's some bad ones as well. There's good people and bad people in everything. Just realize that's part of life and part of business. But network marketing, when you get with a solid company, with solid ownership, with products that flat out work, a pay plan that pays, and you have a system for that brand new person who has no network marketing experience whatsoever to be able to go out and make money their very first week in business, you're starting to check off the box. What does this take to be successful here in network marketing? The other thing, I mentioned Robert Kiyosaki yesterday, and some of you know this, many of you probably don't, but he also endorsed my book, Discovering Your Authentic Truth, which is a bestseller on Amazon. And Robert and I got to collaborate on a project together many years ago now, but I mean, he's a super guy. And he says, he's got a video out there, you can find it on YouTube, it's called A Perfect Business, and he's talking about network marketing. He goes over the cash flow quadrant in that as well. And in that, he is talking about, give it 3 to 5 years, right? How long does it take to turn a profit in a traditional small business? It's going to take at least a year, often about 3 years. So if you're coming into it, you've only been an employee your whole life, and you're now transitioning and you're going into a small, what starts out as a small business with network marketing, as far as you haven't built the big business yet, but that's what we're building too. And you don't have the skill set yet in that business of network marketing, well, I'll give it some time, right? I was reading something from Tony Robbins earlier, and he was talking about what are the bigger challenges with people not making money in network marketing. And it's because they come without the skill set, and they're come with an employee mindset, and they think that, well, just because I signed up, I should start making money. Just because I put in 5 hours this week, I should get paid 5 hours worth of work. Well, this is entrepreneurship. This is not a job. It's not a salary. You've got to understand that there's quote unquote work involved. And if you come here with no skills, then you got to allow yourself the time for that business to build. But I'm telling you, the payoff is absolutely worth it. If you think about, what are you doing right now that's going to increase your income on a monthly basis, that's going to allow you to increase your lifestyle in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and 5 years? I encourage you to pull out a notepad and pen. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What would you like to be doing? How about in 3 years? How about in 1 year? And then figure out what kind of income it's going to take to be able to make that happen. Because see, that's what I do. I sit down and strategize with people. What are your goals? What do you want in life? And then let's sit together and figure out a plan, a game plan for you that's going to work with you, your busy schedule, fit it all in to make it happen. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, it ain't going to get any better, especially with inflation going up, right? So we want to help design a plan for you that's absolutely going to work. All right? So that's why Robert says, give it 3 to 5 years. All right? It's not an overnight get-rich-quick scheme. That would be a pyramid, and that's not what a true network marketing business is. Now, some people, especially if they do have skills and a skill set that they come to the company with, then their chances of success is going to go way up. But I'm talking right now, you have no understanding, you have no knowledge of network marketing per se. How are you going to start turning a profit almost day one? Look, if your buy-in was $90, all we got to do is help you make $100. And you can do that in just one sale here. Make more than that, right? You could double, triple your profit here with just one sale. I'm not going to get into our particular company right now. We'll do that as we progress through the month. But just understand, you can't do that with a traditional boutique, salon, or anything else like that. But in network marketing, you absolutely can. So what we're talking about, and I mentioned this yesterday, was leverage. What is network marketing? It is a way for the average person to build leverage for themselves versus the owner of the company, the CEO, or whatever else you want to think about, making all the money and you being the employee. We want to reverse the tide. All right, you're going to be at the top. You become your own CEO. You bring on your own vice presidents and executive presidents, and your CFO, if you will, and all the other people that go in there. And then in the traditional mindset, it's employees. But here, we don't have any employees here. What we're going to do is help you bring on fellow team members and work as a team together. When you get synergy in your team, and people you may know, people you don't know, magical things can happen. So think about this again, franchises is one way to kind of think about this whole business model of network marketing. You know, Ray Kroc, he ends up starting the McDonald's franchise. I'm not going to go through the whole story, of course, many of you already know it. And instead of just selling hamburgers out of one location, he decides to open up multiple locations in different places. Now, the 24-hour clock is ticking throughout the day, right? If you have 10 locations, how many hamburgers are you going to sell? Is that going to be more? And all of them are doing the same amount of business, all right? Let's say they're selling 100 hamburgers an hour, all right? So you got one location selling 100 hamburgers, but now you got 10 locations each selling 100 hamburgers. You just sold 1,000 hamburgers in that same 1 hour period of time. That's the concept of leverage. So would you rather have one outlet, or would you rather have 10? Or what about 100? Or what about 1,000 outlets? And what are the outlets in network marketing? It's the people. The people become the individual franchises, as you will. But guess what? It comes without any overhead. All right? Now, you don't own them. They're not your employee. They're an independent contractor with the parent company. But each person comes here into network marketing with the dream or their why of why they are working this business. All right? So in our business model, we're a binary, as I mentioned yesterday as well. So you build out two teams here, and you can have, 100 people in here. You could have 1,000 people in here. You could have 10,000 people in here. And if each person just does 1 hour's worth of work that day, well, you just packed in 10,000 hours worth of work and that day. And what did you do? Maybe nothing. Maybe you were busy at your job, because this is, again, part-time, starting out part-time. Maybe you were taking that first-class vacation with your family in Aruba, all right? And you're busy on the beach. Hey, look, we just had a member in our organization, Sandy, out there in Aruba, and she brought on a new member while she's sitting at the beach. That's the beauty of network marketing. There's no territorial restrictions. As long as you got your cell phone, you can build this business anywhere you go. You don't even need the cell phone, really, right? You can do it the old-fashioned way, write down the people's information and put it in later. You can make a sale the same way. So unlike traditional business where you got a storefront, you're restricted. And your customers is within that geographical location, unless you got an internet presence and you can sell it, market it out that way too, depending on the product or the service, right? But in network marketing, you can have people all over. And right now, Europe is even bigger than the United States. So if you're in the United States, I am right now looking for some 5, 10 really hot network marketers, entrepreneurs, or even people that know nothing about this, but they have the hunger. That's what I'm looking for, the white hot burning desire for something better in their life. And I tell you what, I will take you as far as you want to go with this, right? So as you do that and you bring on fellow team members, you start building out your organization, and then each person is just sharing what they found with other people. And yeah, you can go after family and friends, or not after, but you can share this with family and friends. I certainly did. Why would I want to hold from them a product that has changed tens of thousands of people's lives? I understand the science. I understand the technology. I know for a fact what this does for the body, how it makes the body healthier. Period. There's no question. It's not a question whether or not it works. It flat out works. The science doesn't lie behind it, and our testimonies don't lie behind it, all right? They tell the truth. They tell the story. I also know that this company pays, right? I've been in this from the beginning, but I brought on team members, and there's other people who have joined the company well after I did. Again, not a pyramid, right? People have joined well after I did and have made more money than I have here. Quite a bit more, all right? They were able to build a larger network quicker. So that's what this is really about. It's about how big of a network do you envision, do you want to have in order to create that all those different outlets, distribution points, to be able to build yourself extreme wealth. And then we'll get into, later about how this all pays out and stuff. But I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what network marketing is. One of the things I found from Tony Robbins, and I left my notes over there, so hold on one second. All right, I wrote down some things from Tony's bit that I found, and I thought this was really powerful. He says there's 4 things that you need to have, or four, I don't know what you want to call it, an outline of 4 different items that if you have these 4, your chances of being successful in network marketing are going to go way up. And the first thing is passion. And I got to agree with that. If you're not passionate about the product, about the service that you're selling in your network marketing company, it's going to be a very rough road unless you're an incredible salesperson and you can sell ice to an Eskimo. All right, but that's not the average person, right? Most of us, like me, I had no sales skills, like I mentioned yesterday as well. I had no people skills. All right, so that was something that developed. But what we're going to do is work with you. If that happens to be you, we're going to work with you to help you do that. But the one thing we can't do for you, we cannot build that white hot burning desire for you, and we cannot build the passion around our product for you. That is something on you that you've got to experience. So you definitely want to align with a company that has that type of, or creates that kind of passion within you, brings it out. All right. Now, if you're into health, if you're into nutritional supplements, then I highly encourage you taking a solid look at what we've got. Let's have that conversation. All right. But maybe you're into, I don't know, selling clothes. All right. There's clothing network marketing companies. Maybe you're into coffee. There's coffee network marketing companies out there. Find something that you're passionate about. But here's one thing I do know about nutritionals. Health is something that affects 100% of the people globally, everywhere. So if you can help somebody with their health, their longevity, the anti-aging that we do, stuff like that, they're non-consumable. So with a consumable product like ours, then that person, they use it and they love it, they're going to buy it again the following month. So you just do the sale one time and you get paid on it over and over again. Another part of what is network marketing, right? So you got, anyhow. So passion. Be passionate about what you're selling. That is one of the keys that Tony Robbins was talking about. Get with a good company. As I already mentioned, there's a lot of good companies out there and there's some not so good companies. You want to get yourself aligned with a good company. I will tell you again, this company is over 5 years old. So we've gone through all the growing pains of getting it started, getting it up, working out all the, the creaks and whatever you will. And it's a smooth oiled running machine. It's just getting better and better and better. You want to know the owners of the company. That's really important. What's their background? What was their motivation in getting a company started, right? What's their track record in the industry you're looking at right now, network marketing? So those are really, really important items as well. And then how the pay plan pays out. Does the product work, first of all? And then how does the pay plan pay out? I will tell you, the average network marketing company out there is probably paying out around 35% of what they take in back to the team members, those people doing the word of mouth advertising for the company. Only about 35% or so goes back to the field, as we call it. In our company, we're paying back an honest to goodness 50%, sometimes some months a little bit more than that, back to the field. Very important to understand. And then also, do they have a system? And yes, we absolutely have a system. The next thing that Tony talked about is the resources. And you talk about resources, your resources. Oh, another thing on the company is, what is your monthly requirement? Okay, because in a lot of these companies, as you start taking in more money or earning more money from the company, then they require you to purchase more on a monthly basis. We do not do that here, folks. $50 is your qualifying requirement. It's a bottle of our product with a free product along with it, $300 worth of free product every year. That's it. And it doesn't matter if you make it $100 or $100,000 on a monthly basis. $50 is the requirement. That's it. It never goes up. So that's really important to understand too. Resources, what are the resources of the company? Are they going to help you build it? Are they going to, how can you advertise? All right. What is your background in this field? Those are types of resources that Tony was talking about. And then the last one, and this is the biggest one of all, is the mindset. You got to come here believing that this is possible for you. All right. I know it's possible. I didn't necessarily know it was possible when I first got started 24 years ago, but I believed it was. All right. And you got to have that belief. That's part of this. And that's why we work very closely with you when you're just starting out, because we want to help you show you the ropes, if you will, and learning these skill set and how to become successful here in network marketing. But then, business is business, right? You're going to have high days, you're going to have low days. It's somewhat of a roller coaster, but what we want is an ever upgrowing roller coaster here for you, right? And that takes a certain mindset. And that's why we will work with you to help you start building a mindset, a winning mindset, to overcome any kind of challenges that come along, right? Nobody's going to die here. What we want to do is help you be successful. Not everybody's going to see the vision that you see. And you're going to get some naysayers. You're going to get some people, oh man, I heard about that. You're going to get people like me in the very beginning. No. What we want to do is help you how to overcome all that and be strong in your own mindset that your dreams are worth it. Look, the naysayers, they're not paying your bills, all right? They're not responsible for your life, the roof over your head, the food on your table, taking care of your kids. So why listen to those? Listen to those that have already built this, done it, been successful with it, so they can teach you how to do it as well. So mindset's really important in all this. So I think I'll kind of close it up there. What is network marketing? It is the best business model in the entire world for an average person to go from debt into riches without any risk. It just takes a little bit of effort, diligence, and skills on your time, and we will work with you on all that. So if all this sounds interesting to you, and you're between companies, hey, message me. Send a quick message out on Messenger. Even if we're not friends, I will see it and I'll reach back to you. I promise. And we can sit down and have a good, honest conversation. Wishing you all a blessed day and celebrate 4th of July with a gusto of this beautiful country that created this amazing industry for the rest of the world. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.